Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, what's my brethren all around the world? But let's pick a city. All right, we'll say Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia, and all fine folks out there in A Town. Now in this video right here, as you guys can see, I'm going to talk about the Contender. Yes, the Contender is back. The very popular reality show that was on not reality, well, yeah, you call it a reality show. A very popular show that was on ESPN years ago. They had like some Sugar Ray Leonard hosting. I think they did 3 or 4 seasons, and they did roughly about 100 over 180 million views, something like that, over the course of those 4 years. So it was a really popular show. Um, and the network I've never heard of in my life, but apparently it's on premium cable. A network called Epix has picked up the show, and they're going to be producing 12 episodes, which will begin airing in August, right? So I want to run down some of the minute things that were reported. So yeah, the 12 episodes, it's going to air around August, and on top of that, they've also brought back on the show. They're going to have Freddie Roach. So Freddie Roach will be on the show. Nazim Richardson will be on the show, and our favorite boxer here on True School Sports, Andre Ward, will be on the show. So, shout out to Andre Ward doing big things, man. Not bad for a guy who was born and couldn't sell tickets. You got a big, massive paydays in the Kovalev fight. Got a good deal with HBO, and now you're hosting, the Contender on Epic. Big shout out to Andre Ward. Get your money, champ. But as far as the show, what I really wanted to talk about in this video was just the direction I feel that the show should go in. And this is my opinion. I looked to go see, basically, like, I try to go look and see like where I didn't see like any list of fighters who will be competing on the show. So being that I didn't see a list of who will be competing, I thought I would use this video to kind of just like voice my opinion on what they should do. Now, the odds of them doing what I think they should do are slim to none, because they're not going to listen to a moderately successful YouTube boxing channel. Sorry. So it's all good. But what I think they should do on the Contender is simply this, okay? There's definitely a hunger from not just boxing fans, but I would say sports fans at large. There's a hunger there for the American heavyweight boxing scene to pick up. Because right now, in terms of American heavyweights, talking strictly American heavyweights, the only two like real notable names right now are Deontay Wilder, who is a WBC champion, and Jarrell Baby Miller, who's kind of working his way up into the fold and into the consciousness of a lot of boxing fans, and eventually more of the casual boxing fans pick up on him as well. But outside of that, you don't really get to talking about a lot of heavyweights from America. And there are some heavyweights from America that I do think need to get some exposure. I think this would be a good opportunity for them. Now, I am kind of piggybacking off of some comments on this Boxing article I read, but I agree with a lot of these commenters. One guy suggested that they have 15 to 16 boxers from the American heavyweights. He named some of the more younger, untested heavyweights that a lot of us are kind of clamoring to see fight more, and it'd be a way to get these guys who haven't been able to get fight dates a consistency in the ring in terms of just like how often they're fighting. So some names that were thrown in these comments, were likes like Trevor the Dream Bryant. He's a friend of the channel. Shout out to Trevor Bryant. Trevor the Dream Bryant. You had Cassius Chaney, Stephen Shaw, Gregory Corbin, Domani Rock. These are guys that I know a lot of you guys may or may not know, but a guy like Mr. Boxing today would know. So you have young guys like that people want to see on the show, and then there's another commenter on there suggested that you could also go with like kind of more of like the older guys. Hold on, pull it up right here. Got it right here. More of the older type of fighters who are trying to kind of get their careers back on track. Yeah, like one guy suggested that so you had those names that I threw out there. Traylor D. Morrison, Trevor Bryan, Darmani Rock, Gregory Corbin, guys like that, right? Amongst another 10 plus boxers, but the other names that were thrown in there were like young guys trying to who need a major opportunity, who have kind of like languishing careers that need a kind of a boost, a jump start, because they maybe have taken some losses, they've been put on the shelf by the promoter. But so some guys like Travis Kaufman, Travis Kaufman is a decent solid level heavyweight. I thought he beat was it Chris Arreola a couple years ago. So you got Travis Kaufman, you got a guy like Charles Martin. Charles Martin, is a guy that seems to be rededicating himself to boxing, kind of taking it more seriously. So you got like him, Archer Spilka, who obviously got stopped by Deontay Wilder. Recently got lost to Adam Konaki. He's going to need a shot in the arm again. David Price, who got stopped by Alexander Povetkin. He'll need that opportunity if he wants to continue boxing. And then that one black Polish dude that got knocked out by Brazil, him as well. So you got those kind of youngish guys who need that jump start in their career, who still have something left in the tank. You would be led to believe. And then you have the old guys who are desperate. You would think would be desperate for the opportunity. You got a guy like maybe Derek Chisora, Freza Kendall, Bermain Stavern, Amir Mansour, Eric Molina, Gerald Washington, guys like that. So, and you know what? I'll even go as far as to say you can put a Shannon Briggs on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Shannon Briggs, if Shannon, I don't think Shannon Briggs wants to box. I think when he talks on social media, he's just blowing smoke up everybody's behind and keeping himself relevant. But even if you wanted to put a guy like Shannon Briggs in there, this would be the platform in the scenario to do it in. So I ain't mad at this, man. I ain't not mad at this. But that's the direction I think they should go. If the show wants to be successful, the focus should be finding the next great American heavyweight, and then you want to have a mixture of young guys like Trevor Bryan, Cassius Chaney, guys like that, Darmani Rock, and then you want guys who are kind of young but have had that top level experience but haven't failed well recently, like guys like Charles Martin, Spilka, David Price, guys like that, and then you have the older guys like like I said, Freza Kendall, Eric Molina, Derek Chisora, guys like that. So I'm excited that the Contender is back, man. I feel like as far as the show, I mean, I don't know what you can really expect for it to do in terms of ratings because it's not on ESPN. It's not even on. It's on a channel that you got like it's a premium cable. It's a premium cable channel. So unless you got Comcast digital cable or something like that, it's not a channel you'll have. But I think eventually you'll start seeing the episode service on the internet. And I think it'd be kind of cool if the show does well because they're doing 12 episodes. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do those 12 episodes. And I told you guys this too. I'm actually kind of excited that they brought Andre Ward on board because I'm not a fan of. You guys know, as a boxer, I can't stand Andre Ward. I think he stinks up the place every time he fights. He's boring, and I'd rather watch some of this grass grow right over here than watch Andre Ward fight most of the time. But in terms of him being a commentator, I like the way he breaks down the mental side of boxing, and I think he's the right guy to have in this scenario for a show like this. So I'm looking forward to that. Also mixed in with a guy like Nazim Richardson. Freddie Roach, on the other hand, kind of a random guy. I don't really like to hear him talk too much. It's exciting, man. I hope the ratings do well. I hope something good comes of this for the fighters that may participate in this. But I think that's the route they should go. They should go the heavyweight route and go the American heavyweight route because there's a lot of American heavyweights who are on the shelf, who need big opportunities and need to get active. And I think this will be a good platform for it. So that's just my whole take on the whole Contender thing. You guys can give me yours. What good direction do you think the Contender should go with, just what fighters they put on there and whatnot? I want you guys to give me your opinions on just the guys they brought in to kind of host the show. Andre Ward, Nazim Richardson, and Freddie Roach. Big names, obviously. Some of you guys may have your opinions on those guys because all three of those guys generally do draw. You either hate them or love them usually. Because most people either hate Andre Ward or love Andre Ward. Same thing with Freddie Roach, and then Nazim, kind of the same thing as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every damn video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding. So until next time, take care, guys.